if you can see all these hanging behind us, it's because I've locked myself in a cupboard in my room. This is my little hidey hole away from my child and my boyfriend. And it wouldn't be a hideout without wine. Winey, winey, wine. Let's fill it to the top. Don't judge us. I need this shit. Oh God, it's lush. Kind of wanted it from a different angle so you wouldn't see me chin whiskers and my fortunes, but hey ho, I'll have to do. Right, so obviously I'm doing a man vlog, but I thought I'd take the opportunity to do some shameless self-promotion in terms of my book. I haven't had any sales for a couple of weeks. Help! I wrote a book. Yes, I did. I've actually wrote 3, but I'm in the editing process of the final 2. But you know, since I've had a baby, there is just absolutely no time to edit or write at all. Mummy wrote a book. Look, Mummy wrote a book. And I wrote that and I published that the week you were born. So I published that a couple of days before you were born. Do you want to hold it? Hold it. You're not allowed to read it, mind. It's not like Harry Potter. It's not full of wizards and goblins and things like that. It's not PG. It's not for your eyes or ears. So you won't be reading that for a long time. Also, if you ever do read the Harry Potter series, don't do what Mum did and read, you know, the whole book pronouncing Hermione's name is Hermione. Ron said Hermione. Isla won't let us write anymore, will you? Mummy tries to sit down and doing a bit of writing when you're asleep, and she hears the pen lid click. She thinks, oh, I'm going to wake up now. Don't you? Can you say why? Every time. Yeah. Every time. So I'm just going to talk about my book today. I'm not going to waffle on, but I'm just going to tell you in my basic own words a little bit about it, and then I'll point you in the direction where you can read it. This is my book, the first in the trilogy. It's called Bloodline: The Awakening. It's going to be followed by the second book, which is Bloodline. Oh, fuck, what have I called it? Let me just check the back, because I think I wrote in the back what I was going to call it. I know the third one's called Bloodline: The Apocalypse, but what the bloody hell have I wrote this? Oh, Bloodline Genocide. And I've written all of them. They're already written. I'm just going through the editing, which for any of you writers out there, you know what a grueling process that is. Shit the bed, is it not? Loving the artwork from Pete Dixon, my dad's friend. As you can see, it's got a witch. It's got a spooky witch on the front. She's got red eyes, but none of my characters have red eyes. I don't think so anyway. I'm really proud of it, you know, because like it sits on my bookshelf. But literally, all I've wanted to ever do is publish my own books. Oh, there's a fly. Fuck's sake. How did you get in here? So, for anyone who likes fantasy books, it's about witches. I'm so out of breath just running up the stairs. Well, I didn't, I walked at a slow pace. I tell you, what a stitch. So what's it about? So the book follows Kate Littlewood. She is a 24-year-old who moves for a career change to a remote Surrey village called Oaks End, and she goes to stay with her best friend Zoe Bloom. What's a book without a hot love interest thrown in there? So I've thrown in some sexy hot hunk who's totally unrealistic, but he's called Finn Moon, and I swoon over him. Anyways, so she's just, you know, flirting on, enjoying village life, and then shit gets real quick. terrible at this. I'm terrible at this. I'm supposed to be a storyteller. I can't even bloody spring a sentence together. And it's not because of the wine. You know when somebody should just not be a public speaker? I mean, imagine me sitting in front, like, of a group of people at a reading book club or something. And they're like, what's your book about? They'll be there all night. I'd be like, well, to be honest, I haven't got a fucking clue. Where it's poured out was on the page. Just read it and find out. Thanks. How is it this hard to talk about your book? Oh, fuck me. In a nutshell, it. So, in a nutshell, there's a girl. She moves from London to Surrey. And then loads of weird shit happens. And then she's confronted by a twin sister she never even knew existed. She's like an identical twin, except she's got black hair. And she's like a demonic, crazy, batshit cray, psychotic bitch. Who's like full of power and like shoots her up walls and shit. And chokes her without even putting her hands to her throat. She's like, I want your powers. Ah! Anyways, she wants her powers. And Kate doesn't realise she's got any powers. So, she takes a trip to this place called the Melodonna. Oh, no, she doesn't. Not by herself. And then her best friend comes home and fights the bitch. It's like, get the fuck out of my house, you stupid demonic bitch. And then she sits down with Kate and she's like, well, you're a witch. And she's like, what the fuck? And then Kate discovers that her best friend isn't who she thought she was all these years. She's a witch herself, and she comes from a coven. But it's not called a coven in this book, it's called a chamber. And you'll understand that as you read on, why they're called chambers. I can't get into it. It takes too long to explain. Just read the damn book. So they're all trottle off. Yeah, and then basically she's got to go and find out what power she does have. And then loads of shit happens in between. And at the end there's like a blood sacrifice that's supposed to happen with like the boss man who's called Jorah. He's about to croak it. And then a big battle happens. And it leads on to book 2. Well, I think that's a riveting storyline. So if you would like to buy my book, you can find it on Amazon. I'll post the links for you. Oh, no one's going to buy this fucking shit. I promise you it's better than what I explain it is. But just shit goes down in it. And there's like fighty powers. There's superpowers in there. There's cloaked witches, as you can see on here. They all do like weird rituals and shit. And then there's not sex in this book. There isn't the second one. Graphic sex, yeah. I can't sell a pen to a nun. No. Why would you want to sell a pen to a nun? I can't sell... What was it? I can't sell... Do you know what it is? I can't sell ice to an Eskimo. How am I supposed to promote this book? I literally can't. It's because it's so complex in my head. I just don't know how to simplify it for you. I just think it's brilliant. I've got about 6 reviews on Amazon. So if you want to check them out, they'll tell you how good it is. I think it's just 6 members of my family who left a review. Being kind. I will do a proper full review on it, but that's just a little mini lowdown on it. I don't think anyone's going to want to be here anymore after that, to be honest. They'd be like, enough. I've heard enough. For those of you who did buy it, thank you so much. Like, I really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. And if you haven't yet, can you please leave a review on Amazon? It would mean the world to us. Even if you think it's terrible, don't write that. Well, I just thought I'd throw that in there. And then when I get a chance, I'll do another man vlog. Thanks for watching. Bye.